News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. A second sinkhole has been identified near the Oktibbeha County Lake. Now this is in addition to the sinkhole found Friday afternoon. Oktibbeha County engineer Clyde Pritchard says there were no changes to the mudslide near the sinkholes. That area continues to be monitored. Oktibbeha County EMA Director Kristen Campanella says 6 additional pumps were installed Friday night to help draw water out of the lake. About 50,000 gallons of water are being pumped out of the lake per minute. Engineers say the lake needs to be lowered about 5 feet to get out of the danger zone. Water has gone down more than a foot since Friday. County EMA is coordinating with the Oktibbeha County Volunteer Fire Department to assist with sandbagging efforts. And this is in order to create a diversion to alleviate the progression of the slide on the dam. Now, County Lake Road has been closed off until further notice. The Red Cross shelter remains open for residents of the affected area. It's located at the First Baptist Church Outreach Center in Starkville. Now, this is a pet-free shelter. Oktibbeha County Humane Society will board pets for any evacuees from the affected area. Engineers and county leaders also have their eye on the weather. Now, we've already gotten some rainfall in the area today. Trevor, what can we expect for the rest of tonight and this coming week?
Well, Cash, as you mentioned, we did have some rainfall across the area today, but fortunately, the amounts weren't too terribly high. We got just over 1/10 of an inch there in Starkville, a little bit more in Columbus, just about the same in Tupelo. The heaviest rain stayed just to our south, and that's going to help to alleviate some of those flooding issues that we've been dealing with. We do still have flood warnings in effect for a couple of rivers, lakes, and streams across the area. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of dry weather to allow those waters and lakes to go down just a little bit. The good news is we're not expecting any rain for the next few days, but cold weather is on the way. I've got those details coming up in just a little bit. Cash.
All right, thanks, Trevor. Well, the Corinth Police Department is currently looking for a missing runaway juvenile from the Walnut area. Police say 17-year-old Demetrius Rabel was last seen in New Albany heading south on foot. Now, he's believed to be heading to Florida. Rabel is 5'6" with brown hair and brown eyes. He has a very short shaved haircut. Rabel was last seen wearing orange basketball shorts, an orange sweater, tennis shoes, and a brown Carhartt coat with a hood. Police say he's been seen hanging around truck stops asking for rides. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Corinth Police Department. Well, the Columbus School District Board of Trustees held its annual retreat. The retreat was held this morning at Brandon Central Services Center. During the event, the board did evaluations, talked about matters of the school, and plans to move forward.
Today we're doing our duty as far as self-evaluation of the board, the superintendent evaluation, and the school board attorney evaluation, as well as talking about strategic plans and how we can improve the district going forward.
Well, this past year, the district did in fact receive a D rating. The Winston County NAACP celebrated the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today. Our DeAndrea Turner was there and has more on the story.
Young people were always a big part of the dream held by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream.
The youth is our tomorrow.
The Winston County NAACP made children the center of their program, honoring the civil rights leader. President Dean Miller says it's imperative that they know about their history.
And if we don't start with them now, you know, they won't know what to do. So we're trying to train them up.
Community members packed into the city courtroom to hear their young people give speeches and sing songs remembering Dr. King. Gloria Turnipseed always comes to the program. This year, she says she is looking forward to the children performing.
I'm so excited today to see the young little ones come in, you know, to be a part of this program.
Longtime state leader Charles Hampton says this program shines a light on history.
Right, we should never forget the work that Dr. King did, because he did the thing for all people, that we become together as one.
And this program is one way to show that unity and appreciation.
Well, the Winston County NAACP has been actively celebrating Dr. King since 2005. We're less than 72 hours away from the start of President Trump's impeachment trial in the Senate. And tonight, the president's new legal team and impeachment managers are previewing their case. Nicole Killian is traveling with the president in West Palm Beach.
As President Trump arrived at West Palm Beach on his way to attend a high-dollar fundraiser at his Mar-a-Lago resort Friday night, the White House released a list of who will represent him at his upcoming Senate trial. Leading the team, White House counsel Pat Cipollone and Mr. Trump's private attorney, Jay Sekulow.
We're ready to get this behind us.
The roster includes half a dozen attorneys, including constitutional law professor Alan Dershowitz.
I've been asked to prepare and deliver the case, the constitutional case against impeachment that benefits the president.
And former special prosecutor Ken Starr, best known for the investigation that led to President Bill Clinton's impeachment. The former intern at the center of the case, Monica Lewinsky, tweeted, "Are you blank kidding me?"
I really think that Ken Starr is a disaster.
While the president had a different opinion of Starr back then, some White House aides are expressing concern now. Both Starr and Dershowitz once represented convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Dershowitz was also on O.J. Simpson's defense team and was accused of sexual assault, which he denies. But a White House advisor tells CBS News the president believes the pair will make for great TV ratings.
A lot of presidents, some good, some not so good. But you got a good one now, even though they're trying to impeach the son of a bitch.
The president lashed out at Democrats who released new evidence from former Giuliani associate Lev Parnas, including photos of Parnas and Trump and messages with congressional aides.
The president was self-impeaching almost every single day.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the president's actions will be a stain on his record.
No matter what the Senate does, it can never be erased. So I want him to know that he is impeached forever.
Well, back here locally today in Vernon, an area author was at the little store somewhere. Leanne Sanders Shelton was there to share her story, and in person and on written page. WCBI's Tyler Hull stopped by and has more on the story.
Everyone is familiar with a softball, the bright green leather and the red stitches. The red stitches are what holds the softball together, but they also held together the life of Leanne Sanders Shelton.
Without softball, I wouldn't be who I am today.
The title of her memoir is also Red Stitches.
It kind of tells my story from birth till now.
As a child, Shelton was involved in an accident. The result, she lost her arm, but that did not stop her. Shelton was determined to play softball and play well.
Playing softball, I've accomplished a lot in life. I've been inducted into the Dixie Softball Hall of Fame.
She has had a life full of achievement and accomplishments. But writing this book, Shelton says, was an emotional 10-month journey.
It was a lot of soul searching. I mean, it shed a lot of tears, a lot of sad tears and a lot of happy tears. So yeah, it was tough.
And in the end, a story worth telling. Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
Well, you can get her book from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Books A Million. Coming up, a concert series returns to the Tupelo area, but it may not be the type of concert you're thinking of. More on that after the break. Welcome back, everyone. The North Mississippi Symphony Orchestra held its first concert of 2020 today. But as WCBI's Chad Groening reports, it was a concert of a different kind. Take a look.
The site was the Bancorp South Conference Center, and for the second straight year, the North Mississippi Symphony Orchestra put on a sensory-friendly concert for individuals on the autism spectrum and their families.
Just such an unusual experience to offer for the symphony, because we do a lot of play activities and things like that, but a lot of our children we work with really appreciate music, and this is an opportunity to grow that love of music in a safe place with the right supports.
And there were special accommodations in this concert.
Such as lights, in a regular concert, they'll go, the house lights will go down and then they'll come back up. We keep the lights at the same level. We try to do away with any really big noise with percussion that might frighten children. We also shorten the concert.
And there was another important accommodation.
all of those rules that apply to a regular symphony orchestra concert go out the window. We encourage people to move around if they need to. If they need to make sounds, they can. If they want to dance, they can get up and dance. Speaking as a mom of a special needs son, we know that it's difficult for a lot of children and adults that are on the spectrum or have other sensory needs. It might be difficult for them to sit through a regular orchestra concert.
This environment just provides them practice to be with crowds, because crowds are often overwhelming. Sometimes noise is overwhelming, even though they love it, especially when it's paired with crowds. So it gets them to practice so that when they get older, they can tolerate situations that are more naturalistic or more typical. And this is just a great opportunity for them to learn what a concert is all about.
Jack Martin is Lisa's son, who wasn't really excited about coming.
On my way here, my dad was trying to get us to learn about classical music, and we didn't want to, and we just wanted to enjoy the silence. So I just kept turning the music off, and he kept turning it on, and he was just trying to teach us about all the classical music and its composers, and we just didn't want to, and we just wanted to enjoy the silence.
Fortunately, Jack had his headphones. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
Well, the next performance will be February 22nd.
Well, you might have already noticed a little bit of a chill in the air, but temperatures are going to fall even further from here. Highs in the 30s on Monday. I've got all the details on what you need to know coming up right after this. Stay with us.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, a lot of us saw some rain earlier today. The cold front responsible for that is now making its way off to our south and east, nearly clearing the state of Alabama. So all that rainfall now out of our area, and I think we're going to be rain-free for at least the next couple of days. Here's that time lapse from downtown Columbus. We turn it up north toward the Lowndes County Courthouse, and you can see some of those dark clouds piling in through the day. This thing ends around 4:30 this afternoon, and you can see that one last shower coming through downtown Columbus around that time. And I think that's really all we're going to have to deal with for the rest of the night and for the beginning of the week. Now, this map is going to show us the change in temperature from right now from this time yesterday. So 24 hours ago, we were 9 degrees warmer than we were right now. We've dropped 9 degrees in the last 24 hours. But notice, much of the central portion of the United States is cooler right now than they were yesterday. Minneapolis, 23 degrees cooler than they were 24 hours ago, and that type of cold air is what's going to continue to pour into our neck of the woods over the next couple of days. So overnight tonight, lows getting pretty close to freezing. It's been a while since we've been this cold. We'll start out the night mostly cloudy, but I think as we get closer to sunrise tomorrow morning, we'll see a clearing pattern, and I think by tomorrow morning we'll be all clear. Winds will continue to be gusty, though, out of the north, anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour. And checking in with some of our local communities, 46 tomorrow in Caledonia, 48 in Nanawaya, 44 in Water Valley, 45 in Vardaman, and 46 in Amory. Notice, though, plenty of sunshine all across the area, maybe just a couple of clouds, but I think generally we're going to see nothing but blue sky. But that's not going to help warm much of anything. We're still going to stay very cold through the day tomorrow. And even after tomorrow, going into Monday, cold air is going to continue to filter into the area. We'll be into the low to mid 20s by the time you wake up on Monday morning. But of course, with those winds continuing to gust, it's going to feel even colder than that. Wake up temperatures for Monday morning feeling like the mid-teens to single digits in some spots. And through the day on Monday, those winds are going to continue whipping up, keeping us feeling like the mid-20s through the day on Monday, even into the afternoon. And waking up on Tuesday, really a similar situation. 6 a.m. Tuesday, we're going to be feeling like 14 degrees in Columbus and in Fayette, Alabama, 12 degrees in Bruce. So actual temperature is going to be around 20, but the winds are going to make things feel a lot colder over the next couple of days. Now, if you're looking for snow with these cold temperatures, you're not going to get it. We're going to throw in a 0% chance for any type of rain, snow, sleet, anything like that, all the way through Thursday. We've got a system coming in by Thursday. Temperatures by then, though, going to be too warm for anything frozen. You see that low pressure out in Oklahoma on Thursday. As it approaches the area, I think it's going to bring us the chance for some showers, maybe a couple of storms through the day on Friday. Of course, a little too early to pin down specifics on that, but as of right now, plan for some showers and storms through the day on Friday. But before that, we've got a few nice days of good weather, but it's going to be very cold. Only 39 on Monday, warming up by Wednesday and Thursday as that system approaches. Showers and storms on Friday once again, but clouds return to the picture on Saturday with highs in the 50s.
A Bulldog-Bulldog matchup in the hump as Mississippi State plays host to Georgia. Find out which dog had its day when we come back.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Mississippi State finally picking up the team's first conference win this week and looking to add to it, hoping to turn conference play around after starting off 0-3. Highly touted freshman guard Anthony Edwards and Georgia visiting MSU in the hump. First quarter, Mississippi State on the break. Forward Abdullah Dew finds forward Reggie Perry down low for the slam. State goes up 4-0. Bulldogs on the break again. Guard Nick Weatherspoon with the bounce pass to guard Robert Woodard. The reverse layup, and State on a 10-2 run to start off the game. Georgia looking to get things rolling. Edwards finds forward to Nami Kamara, who punches in the jam. The and one bucket. State going up by 3. And 14 minutes in the first, Weatherspoon with the rock finds Perry. The spin move slam. State going up 12-11. A few plays later, guard Tyson Carter out on the wing, pulls up the tray bucket, drains it, putting State back ahead 17-15. After a Georgia miss, Carter pushing the break ahead to Perry, misses the lay, but Woodard's there for the two-hand jam. State now in the lead by 4. Mike Leach completing his first pass of the air raid offense during the break. And back to some action. Weatherspoon finding Perry. He makes the layup this time. State now leading 30-23. And MSU with the ball. Weatherspoon, the isolation, the crossover, the step back, and in the net. State ahead 6 points right before the half. Weatherspoon pouring it on. Knocks down the buzzer beater. State going up 42-31 into the break. The Bulldogs with a strong second half performance, shooting 68% from the field and finishing with the 91-59 victory against Coach Tom Green's Georgia squad. Next up, State hosting Arkansas on Wednesday. The Ole Miss men returning home to host the SEC reigning champs LSU, and still without a conference win to the Rebels' name. Ole Miss leading scorer guard Breein Tyree returning from injury to host the Tigers and working to keep the team above 500 on the season. Let's get to the action in the pavilion. The first half, Breein Tyree hot early on the steal, taking it coast to coast, finishing with the dunk. Looks like he might have tweaked a leg injury, revs up 18-11. Guard Blake Hinson out on the wing, step back, pulls up, knocks down the bucket. Ole Miss with a 21-12 lead. And less than a minute to go in the game, guard Skylar Mays taking it right to the cup. Tigers going out to a 5-point lead to 76-71. Tyree still fighting late, driving in the lane for 2. He went off with 36 points. Ole Miss falling to LSU 80-76, subsequently falling 0-4 in SEC play. Next up for Ole Miss, the Rebels hit the road to play Tennessee on Tuesday. Area teams meeting up on the hardwood in Ackerman this afternoon. All those high school highlights when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. The 13th annual Mid-Mississippi Challenge going on in Ackerman. Louisville taking on 23-1 new site. First quarter, Jalen Ingram to Ariana Hunter, who finds her way to the basket. The Wildcats up 2-0 early. Royals responding back. Ivy Loden drives the baseline, puts up the shot. The and one bucket along with it. Cats trailing by 1. Louisville on the break. Ingram throws to an open Ajira Tompkins for the tray ball. Power Cats take a 2-point lead. A new site with the ball this time. Sadie Taylor swings it to Hannah Campbell, who pulls up, no hesitation, and knocks it down. The Royals take a 3-point lead. And New Site going on to edge out Louisville in the matchup. New Site getting the win 62-60 against Louisville. Some more girls hoops action. East Webster taking on McAdams. Fourth quarter, Lady Wolverines leading. Whitney Winter passes in the paint to Shanashia Culpepper, who gets the shot. East Webster up 22. Wolverines on the break. Winter finds her way to the rack, and the Lady Wolverines taking a 50-26 lead. McAdams looking to make a a run. Kiara Brown hits Haley Purty down low for the one opportunity. East Webster ahead 52-40. Lady Wolverines on the break after a Bulldog miss. Lauren Graves goes coast to coast, gets the shot plus the harm, but East Webster goes on to get the huge win 59-44. East Webster boys also in action, taking on Winona. First quarter, Tigers with the ball. Caleb Rush on the drive, kicks it out to Clifford Lee for three. He gets the money shot. The Tigers up one early. Wolverines with the ball. Cedric Taylor catches the pass down low, makes the shot, plus the harm. East Webster regains the lead. Tigers with the ball again. Joanne Small swinging the rock to an open Rush, who knocks down another triple shot for the Tigers. The game all knotted up. Wolverines with the ball. Blake Slay hits Reed Gatlin, who fakes the defender out and knocks down the J. Wolverines up 5. Tigers answer. Lee drives left. Pro hops in the lane, hits the shot off the glass. The Tigers trailing by 3, and Winona going on to get the win in this one, 52-45 against East Webster. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you after the break. Stay with us.
Courtney, you've always wanted to tell us the weather. What are we looking at this week?
Well, Trevor, it looks like we're looking at the mid-40s, but dropping down into some cooler temperatures.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, the sun coming back. We're going to have that for the next 4 days before those clouds and some rain at the end of the week peeps on in.
Very cold.
I know some of those pictures.
She's taking my job, folks.
It's true. I'm coming for you.
I'll do sports.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.